Welcome back, everyone. I'm the Depressed and this is Langrisser Mobile Apex Season 17. And again, I got first player. I've been getting a lot of first players this week. Speaking of this week, this is on the same week. I did a lot of matches on week 2. My goal was to kind of see how was to test the waters and see how difficult things were going to be. And if things were looking good, I was going to go ahead and try to make the push for Silver 2. So we'll see how this goes. Our opponent here has quite a bit of... This is what I enjoy. I do like seeing all these unique things that I don't usually see too often. So we got SP Matthew, SP Almeda. This is actually a regular Bernhardt. And I think this is a regular Altmuller. Neat. We also, of course, got... what is her name? Oh my god, I can't believe... Character from Overlord. That's going to bother me. It's bothering me right now. Oh, Albedo. There we go. Came to me. We got Tensei Jessica. So the things that stand out is the Tensei Jessica is kind of the teleports and stuff like that. Everything else I'm not too worried about. My opponent did immediately ban Rosenseal, so I gotta go ahead and just go straight for the Awakened one. Get rid of the teleport, get rid of the swaps, grab Liana. They get rid of Christiane and get rid of the Awakened one. So at this point I'm down to 3 tanks, and they pick their Rosenseal. I go ahead and get rid of Tensei Jessica, get rid of Sword and Light and Shadow, and I go ahead and grab Isolde right off the bat. My opponent goes ahead and gets rid of 2 of my other tanks, leaving me with just 1 tank. It's Freya. When's the last time you've seen Freya in play? Got Lightbringer here, nothing too serious. Go ahead and get rid of Bernhardt, get rid of Grinshield. This one was an infantry Grinshield. Yeah, I was mostly just concerned about physical damage, so just kind of getting rid of all that. Go ahead and grab Freya. Freya just buffs herself, which is completely fine. They get rid of my Eshian, get rid of my Nemia, grabs Bozil. I go ahead and get rid of their Leon, which is a regular Leon again. Gets rid of... I also get rid of... Is Letitia? No, not Letitia. Why can't I remember her name all of a sudden? Lucretia. Alright, that's her name. I didn't have to look it up. Alright, go ahead and grab Silvaria. Yeah, go ahead and get rid of my Sissy Whites. Get rid of Tatalia, leaves me with Freya and Connie. They go ahead and grab SP Sherry. Another character we don't see too often anymore. Go ahead and get rid of SP Matthew, get rid of Altmuller, and this just leaves them with Albedo and Almeda. So, yeah. I was a little concerned about getting just hit it with a bunch of debuffs, but honestly it's not the end of the world, especially since I have Liana here, which will turn a bunch of those debuffs into buffs. So I go ahead and grab Florentia here. She's only going to be able to act again once unless I get more strats through like 3C or something like that. But that's okay, because that's really all I need. So, Albedo here. Alright. Another Isolde fight. So, standard kit for Isolde here, Star Prismas, all of her exclusives. Florentia here, I did bring her 3C this time, and Forest Priest. Again, I didn't actually look to see what troop she has. Freya here, I did bring her 3C, Crystal Spike, and Roselash, and then Redeemers. Essentially the goal here is just for her to survive a head or 2, and that's all that really matters to her. She can only faction buff herself, and she's just there to help provide a little bit of guard. We got Liana here, Wind Blooms with Heal, Act Again, 3C, and then, of course, Silvaria. We got Disarm, 3C, and Sneak. With Deck Gunners, she has the Crystal Stinger as her weapon. Which is the one that allows you to bypass 20% of defense. Alright, Lightbringer here brought Holy Guard Mages and has Holy Shield Bash and Light Flow and her 3C. Sherry here brought Unicorns, has 3C with Holy Thunder and Gallop, so pretty standard exclusives there. Albedo here has 3C, her passive. No, sorry, this is her single target attack, and then her passive do fixed damage against things that attack her. She brought Phalanxes. Bozo heal here brought kind of the standard kit. Didn't bring a faction buff, so he's purely just relying on AoEs and debuffs, which is by himself, it's probably not going to be that useful. Actually, it's pretty useful. He does do back-to-back nonsense. So he's got 3C, Black Hole, and Seal. Rosen Seal brought 3C and the rest of the crystal heals, and has sorceresses. Alright. So, quick thing to note here is if I were to set up with Silvaria here, she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So keep that in mind. I'm right now in range of Sherry if she were to stay in place. So I'm pushing a bit aggressively just so I can have more positions to take advantage of. My opponent doesn't actually have a lot of mobility, so it's not that big of a deal. My opponent's also pushing rather aggressively, which is fine by me. And I'm kind of just passing turns to see what my opponent does. And at this point, they don't have Act Again, so I go ahead and get set up here. I am 9 spaces away from Sherry. I also am first player, so I don't need to worry about Act Again, so I'll have initiative next round. So, Holy buff, I guess class buff for Sherry there. I go ahead and pop Primordial Soul just so I can cycle my cooldowns faster. I pick Solitary Journey, which is the guard bypassing will. And that's it. She's just there for backup. And thanks to her accessory, she has plenty of mobility. I put up 3C on Silvaria, so she has an attack buff. And we'll go from here. Alright. You've seen it before. Time for a snipe. Broke last rites with Twilight Star, and yeah. Oh, didn't even crit. What was that nonsense? So even with a maxed out crit, there's still, if they have the crit chance reduction enchant on their PvP enchants, that pretty much makes it so there's at worst a 79% chance to crit rather than 100%. So it's a little dangerous. It's also possible that she could have had some gear that gave her some further crit reduction, which is possible. There is stuff that reduces crit chance by like 30%. And since she's Holy Class, she could actually wear it. In any case, I'm kind of predicting that Bozo's going to move up, and so that's what I went ahead and started doing Act Agains here to get Silvaria set up. I have an Act Again from Florentia and an Act Again from Liana, which means I can move, set up Snipe, and then fire with Liana. And Bozo moved up, so I went ahead and got 9 range away from him. Puts up Crystal Restoration, but it doesn't really matter. So I go ahead and shuffle down. Alright. And yeah, when she crits, she does a lot more damage. Alright, both her DPS are dead. Now it's just 2 tanks and a healer, and my opponent gives up. Alright, quick and simple match. So yeah, it's either a mix of... I think it's more my opponents are not used to encountering Silvaria, because I'm pretty sure Silvaria isn't someone that many people choose. So they don't really fully understand how she's set up, and by the time they recognize what she does, it's too late, because ban pick is already passed, and they already let me have all the Act Agains. Still, it's a nice palate cleanser for dealing with all the usual meta boxes. In any case, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I'm The Depressed Dior. This was Langrisser Mobile Apex Season 17. I'll see you guys later.